So in the last discussion, we have learned what is animal nutrition, what do we mean by digestion, and we have introduced ourselves with the various segments of the alimentary canal. Okay, but today we will learn in details about the various parts of the human digestive system. So as you can see, this is the topic that we are going to study today, digestion in humans. Today we will only introduce ourselves and learn the location of the various parts of the digestive system. Earlier we have said that the human digestive system or the alimentary canal is divided into various compartments. Okay, it is divided into various parts. The first part, as you know, is the buccal cavity. Second is the food pipe or the esophagus. The third is the stomach. Fourth is small intestine. Fifth is large intestine. And the sixth part is the anus. Now we can see in this figure what are the various parts of the digestive system. You can see the various parts of the digestive system are clearly marked here. This is the buccal cavity, this portion. Then we have this canal that goes down like this. After that is the buccal cavity portion. This is the esophagus, and through the esophagus it connects to the stomach. Then we have the large intestine. This is the large intestine. Then we have this small intestine, and the alimentary canal ends in the rectum. Okay, so this is the diagram of the human digestive system. The food that we take in, the food components that we take in gradually get digested as the food travels through the various compartments. The inner walls of the stomach, the food components gradually get digested as food travels through the various compartments. The inner walls wait a minute. The inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine and the various glands such as salivary glands, liver and the pancreas secrete digestive juices. That means what they are saying, the inner walls of the stomach, the small intestine and the various glands that are associated. Various glands are salivary glands, liver, pancreas. These all secrete digestive juices. The digestive juices convert complex substances of food into simpler ones. The digestive tract and the associated glands together form the digestive system. So these digestive glands means the glands inside the inner linings of the stomach, small intestine, pancreas, gallbladder, everything. that together form the digestive system. Okay, so this diagram you have to practice at home and learn to locate the various components at their appropriate places. Now see in this diagram, you have to practice this diagram and try to locate the various components of the digestive system in their proper places. For this you will need some practice, and as a homework you will draw this diagram in your copy and keep it ready. You should properly and diagram should be drawn with pencil and should be properly labeled. Okay, once again you see this is the buccal cavity, these are the salivary glands here, this is the esophagus, just behind this gallbladder is the liver, this is the gallbladder, stomach where partial digestion of food takes place, this is the pancreas that secretes digestive juices, this is the small intestine, large intestine, rectum and the opening anus. So here we have just introduced ourselves with the various components of the alimentary canal. Okay, various components of the alimentary canal and how this alimentary canal together with the digestive glands form the digestive system. For more on this topic, I will advise you to visit or download the Diksha app, where you can find animated explanation of the digestive system in humans. Okay, let us learn about the first part of the alimentary canal, the mouth and the buccal cavity. We know that food is taken into the body through the mouth. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. So this you remember, what is ingestion? Ingestion is the process of taking food into the body. That means the process of eating food is called ingestion. ingestion. We chew the food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. All of us chew our food before swallowing. Okay, so teeth perform the function of breaking down food into small pieces. Each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gums. So each part is separately fixed in the gums. We know this from our own experience. Our teeth vary in appearance and perform different functions. Now this is important. You can feel it inside your mouth. All our teeth have different appearance. They look different, and each of them or a group of them have different functions to perform. Accordingly, they are given different names. So you can see this diagram. So these are the various names that are given to our set of teeth: molars, premolars, canine, incisor. Okay, so this you have already learned in class 6, and I hope you know what are incisors, canine, premolar, molar. There's an activity which you can do at home. The activity goes like this: wash your hands. That means you need clean hands for that. Look into the mirror and count your teeth. Use your index finger to feel the teeth. How many kinds of teeth could you find? Take a piece of an apple or bread and eat it. Which teeth do you use for biting and cutting? And Which ones for piercing and tearing? So that means you have to find out the role of different types of teeth in performing different type of functions such as piercing and tearing. Also find out the ones that are used for chewing and grinding. You have to record your observations in the table 2.0. So a table is given with some columns and rows. You can see this, the type of teeth is written here. Lower jaw, number of teeth, lower jaw, upper jaw, cutting and biting teeth. Which teeth is used for cutting and biting? Piercing and tearing teeth. Chewing and grinding teeth. How many teeth are used for piercing and tearing? You write the number here and do the total here. I hope you will perform this activity and table it properly in your science copy. Okay, so let's move on. Our mouth has the salivary glands which secrete saliva. Saliva, you know, these are the mucus type substance that is secreted when we eat food. Do you know what is the role of this saliva on food? Let us study about an activity so that we can find out. The activity 2.3. Take two test tubes. Now we cannot take any test tubes, you have to just learn them. Label them A and B. In test tube A, put 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice. So in one of the test tubes, you have to put some boiled rice. In test tube B, keep 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice after chewing. But in the other one, you have to chew the rice and then put it inside. Add 3 to 4 ml of water in both the test tubes. Here also you need to add water. Here also you need to add water. Now pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube and observe. If there is some iodine solution, you put it in both the test tubes and observe. You will see there is a change in color. Okay, so the question arises, why is there a change in color of the test tubes, in the test tubes? Then you have to discuss the result with your classmates and your teacher. For the moment, we cannot do that. But still, what is the conclusion? The saliva breaks down starch into sugars. The saliva that is present in our mouth, what will it do? It will break down starch into sugars and there will be a change in color. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. Do you know the functions of the tongue? We use our tongue for talking. Besides, it mixes saliva with the food during chewing and helps in swallowing food also. Now this is important. We know that the tongue helps in talking. But apart from that, what it does, it mixes saliva with the food during chewing and helps in swallowing food also. We also taste food with our tongue. Now this is important. It has taste buds that detect different tastes of food. We can find out the position of taste buds by the following activity. Okay, so here you see a diagram of a tongue. Different taste buds are given here. So by doing this activity, you can find the positions of the different types of taste buds in the tongue. How will you do it? Prepare a separate sample each of sugar solution, common salt solution, lemon juice, and juice of crushed neem leaf or bitter gourd. Okay, so I hope you will read this activity at home, and if you have any questions regarding this activity, then we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, thank you.